Have you ever stopped to think why some people seem to attract wealth so easily, while others struggle their entire lives without getting anywhere? Maybe you even know someone who, even starting from nothing, managed to transform their reality and now lives without financial worries. But what sets these individuals apart from the rest? Is it luck? Or is there a pattern, a method that anyone can apply to achieve it? The truth is that many people live believing that getting rich is a matter of luck, that it is a privilege of the few, and that only those with contacts, resources, or opportunities can prosper. But what if I told you that this is nothing more than a myth? That there is a method that can change the way you see money and, more importantly, how you attract it? That's right. No longer being poor is not a stroke of luck. It is a choice that involves changing not only what you do, but also how you do it. In this video, we will explore exactly what you need to know to leave behind any mindset you have about scarcity and discover the true path to wealth. And look, I'm not talking about empty promises or magic formulas. I'm going to share something that is practical, applicable, and, above all, transformative. After all, how many times have you asked yourself what it takes for your financial life to truly change? If that's your case, then this video is for you. Because at the end of the day, being poor is not just about money. It's a way of thinking, a way of seeing the world, and often a chain of habits that perpetuate themselves over time. Do you want to know the secret to breaking these chains and changing your relationship with money once and for all? Then stay with me until the end, because you'll discover exactly what's stopping you from prospering, and more importantly, how to change it. But before you continue, write in the comments, "I'm ready to prosper." So let's go. First, that's why the first step is always to identify these beliefs. Stop for a moment and reflect. What do you think when you hear the word wealth? Do you believe deep down that money is something bad? Are people with a lot of money greedy or selfish? Or do you think that in order to earn more money, you have to work harder and harder and give up what is truly important in life? If you answered yes to any of these questions, this is a clear sign that some of these questions are rooted in your mind. And this is where many people get lost. They don't realize that the real blockage is within themselves. If you want to get truly rich, the first step is to clear out the changes and replace each one with a positive and abundant view of money. And this isn't about cliché positive thinking. It's about understanding that money is a tool, not an end, that it can be used to provide comfort, freedom, and yes, even help others. But you will only be able to do this when you stop seeing money as something distant, something that only others have. And to do this, you need to work on the deepest level of consciousness. Start believing that you are indeed capable of creating wealth, that you deserve to prosper, that abundance is within your reach. And it all starts with the decision to change. Now write in the comments, "I deserve to prosper." From there, everything else becomes possible. Because when you truly believe that you can get rich, you start acting like someone who is already on that path. And most importantly, you start attracting the right opportunities. But don't worry, we're not talking about something esoteric or unrealistic here. It's a question of attitude. Think about the most successful people you know. Observe how they behave, how they think. It's not that they are different by nature. They just built a set of habits that put them in a position to take advantage of every opportunity that comes their way. So what you need to do is start cultivating these same habits. One of the most important is learning to value every penny. And no, this doesn't mean being a slob. It means knowing where your money is going, understanding each financial decision, and above all, using each dollar strategically to make it work for you. Yes, every decision, no matter how small, makes a huge difference in the long run. But most people don't pay attention. They spend without thinking, without planning, and at the end of the month, they wonder where all the money went. If you want to get rich, you need to treat every expense as an investment. It's an investment that, when done well, always brings returns. This doesn't mean cutting out everything that brings you joy. It means knowing how to balance what you need today with what you want to build tomorrow. And so, step by step, start to see growth. Stop for a moment and write in the comments, "I build wealth every day." As you start to apply this concept, you'll realize that getting rich is actually a simple process, but it takes discipline. There's no point in understanding the importance of controlling your money if you don't have the consistency to apply it daily, because in the end, it's the small, repeated actions that generate the greatest results. But what exactly does it mean to be disciplined? It means giving up momentary attempts. It means being clear that today's comfort cannot cost tomorrow's uncertainty. Discipline is what differentiates those who achieve wealth from those who only dream of it. Those who are disciplined stay focused even when the results don't appear immediately, because they know that each step taken consistently is another brick in the construction of financial freedom. Can you see how all of this is connected? It's not about big changes. It's about building day after day a mindset and behavior that you direct towards success. It's deciding that your financial life will be different from what you'll see in the media, that you will create, with your own hands, a future of abundance. Now stop and write in the comments, "I am disciplined and I will prosper." So if you're tired of struggling, of living in a tight budget each month and feeling that prosperity is always out of your reach, it is time for a change. It is not about working harder, but about working smarter. It is about choosing every day to do what is necessary to achieve your goals, even if it means giving up small pleasures now to reap great rewards in the future. So always remember, getting rich starts with the decision to no longer accept poverty as part of your identity. It is deciding that you deserve more, that you will achieve more, and that nothing and no one can stop you from getting there. And if you believe this, write in the comments, "I choose abundance." And the most interesting thing is that throughout this process, you will notice a change that goes beyond money. It is as if, little by little, you begin to see opportunities where before you saw only difficulties. Because when your mindset changes, everything else falls into place. Things that were previously unattainable begin to make sense. You begin to develop a confidence that comes not only from the results, but from the certainty that you are on the right path. And this confidence is powerful. It gives you the strength to keep going even when challenges arise. But here's an important point. Changing your mindset is just the beginning. True transformation comes when you put everything you've learned into practice. It's in your daily life, in decisions that seem small, that change happens. Want an example? Think about how you react when something unexpected happens, like an unplanned extra expense. What's your first reaction? Getting stressed, or using it as an opportunity to reorganize yourself and think of solutions? Those who truly thrive despite each unexpected event as a learning experience. They know that the secret is not in never making mistakes, but in learning from each situation. So if something doesn't go as planned, don't despair. Use this as an exercise to strengthen your mindset. Ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? What lesson can I learn from this to better prepare myself for the future? This type of attitude makes all the difference. Because when you start thinking like this, challenges stop being threats and become opportunities for growth. And in this way, you will create a solid foundation on which to build your wealth. And that is something that no one can take away from you. Unlike money, which comes and goes, a prosperous mindset is something that remains and accompanies you in any situation. It is your greatest asset. So dedicate time to developing your mindset. Study, read, look for references from people who have already achieved what you want. And above all, believe in your potential to get there too, because if you don't believe, no one else will. And that's the truth. No one will give you butterflies as a gift. You achieve them day after day through your actions and the choices you make. Remember when we talked about habits? They are the fuel that will take you far. Cultivate the habit of thinking big, of visualizing where you want to be, and of behaving like someone who already lives the reality you desire. It's not about pretending or lying to yourself, but rather about aligning your behaviors with your goal. When you start acting like someone who is already prosperous, your mindset adapts. And little by little, what was just a dream becomes your new normal. This may sound simple, but make no mistake, it requires a lot of discipline. Because people tend to fall back into their old patterns whenever something goes wrong. But change really happens when, even in the face of difficulties, you remain faithful to your new habits. That's when the transformation really happens, and that's what sets you apart from those who just talk about getting rich, but never get anywhere. So, starting today, make a commitment to yourself. Every time you come across an obstacle, instead of giving up, think about what you can do to overcome it. How can you use this to your advantage? And more importantly, how can this experience make you better prepared to deal with even greater challenges in the future? Because success is not just about accumulating money, but about developing the resilience to keep going, even when things seem difficult. Wealthy people are not those who never fail. They are those who, when they fail, get up stronger and more determined. They do not let a setback get them down. On the contrary, they use each difficulty as another step towards the top. And that is the difference that defines long-term success. So don't worry if you feel like your progress is slow. The important thing is that every day you are getting closer to your goal. And if at any point doubt strikes, and it will, remember everything you have overcome so far. Remember the times you were able to solve impossible problems and how you came out stronger from each of those situations. Because that is what builds true wealth. Not just money, but self-confidence and the ability to adapt and thrive no matter what the situation. Write in the comments, "I am capable of overcoming any challenge." Then start applying this principle to every area of your life. If you truly want to escape poverty and achieve financial freedom, you need to understand that change starts from the inside out. Material wealth is just a reflection of your inner wealth. When you develop a prosperous mindset, the rest will follow, and you will realize that it is not just money that changes. You change, and when you change, everything around you changes too. Trust me, you are not limited by your past or current statistics. What defines your future is how you choose to react to each situation from now on. So stop for a moment and write once again, "I choose prosperity and I will achieve it." Throughout this video, we talked a lot about mindset, habits, and discipline. But there is one final point that cannot be left aside: persistence. Without it, everything else loses value. Because in the most difficult moments when results do not appear and the urge to give up arises, it is persistence that keeps you in the game. It is persistence that separates those who only dream from those who truly achieve their goals. That is why, no matter how challenging the path may be, promise yourself that you will continue, that you will keep moving forward even when everything seems stagnant. Because success is never instantaneous. It is the fruit of continuous effort and perseverance. And when you least expect it, everything you have lost will bear fruit. And remember, the journey to prosperity is not a race, but a marathon. Do not compare yourself to others, because everyone has a different starting point and pace. The important thing is that you continue to do your best, one step at a time. And above all, be patient with yourself. Understand that the process can be slow and that the most significant changes happen slowly. But believe me, when you least expect it, you will see that every effort, every conscious choice, every transformed habit adds up to create the future you deserve. Along this path, it is essential that you celebrate each achievement, no matter how small it may seem. These daily victories are the fuel that will keep you motivated. When you record your progress, even if it is small, reinforce to yourself that you are on the right path. Therefore, celebrate each step that brings you closer to your goals. After all, thriving is not just about getting there, but also about valuing each part of the journey and understanding how much you have achieved. So, take a deep breath and look at your life with gratitude. Each challenge you have overcome, Each choice you have made so far all contributed to you reaching this moment of decision. Do not allow today's difficulties to overshadow the vision of the tomorrow you want. Continue to believe in your potential, maintaining focus and determination. If you remain firm with this mindset, success is progressive. And remember, the next step is always the most important, so go ahead with courage and write in the comments, "I am ready to build my future of prosperity." If you liked this content and want to watch more videos that will help you transform your financial life, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and leave your like. After all, the more people share this understanding, the more lives we will impact. Don't miss out on this change. Let's build a future of prosperity together. See you in the next video.